Never give up, never despair. When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future.
Nicholas?
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. Yeah, you wanted to talk about some hospital treatment you had.
Yeah, I've got a couple of incidents if you don't mind.
Yeah.
First one. Yeah, okay. Racialism is something that we can see throughout the society in modern Britain, which is a shame that we can still see it. Now, one of my experiences, I moved to rehab. I was rehoused due to a traumatic experience, and when I went to register at the doctor, the first thing he said to me was in relation to my behaviour. He started to lecture me in regards to how to conduct myself when I come into the surgery, so to speak. And I was a little bit confused. So what I realised that he had actually racially profiled me, so to speak. Yeah, I paused him, and as the conversation went along, I then explained to him that I've just moved into the area, just come to register as a doctor. I explained to him my circumstances, etc., and everything changed. But initially, he actually profiled me and expected me to be a certain way. There is a certain element of society that, shall we say, predicts or profiles black men to be specifically aggressive. The other area that I feel that we are treated very differently in is within the family division, the family courts, the social services, etc., especially when it comes to our children. There's the false narrative of black men not wanting to take responsibility of their children, not being good dads, not being good loving dads, not being nurturing dads, not being good husbands.
Well, you think the courts make an assumption that you're unreliable as a father if you end up in the courts?
Nah, I think it's not just the courts in general. I mean, still I say it, not just the courts in general, but I think it's throughout. And I refer to the family courts. The reason why I refer to the family courts, have you heard of FatherlessBritain?
Forgive me, I think I have. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm the writer of FatherlessBritain. Yeah?
Right.
And what it basically is FatherlessBritain.uk. And what I've basically actually shown is that every single stage throughout the process of dealing with this, from the school to social services to what's called child protection meeting, at every single point there was an element of race, should we say, biased, profiling, and
black fathers being mistrusted.
Automatic assumption, you know. At every stage, I mean, I didn't realise what was going on at the time, apart from, when you're in these situations, if you're uneducated in that area, you just, you recognise that
it's just what you're dealing with, yeah.
Yeah, and you recognise that what someone's just said, for example, that Mr. Clark, a gentleman might be known for being violent, and when you listen to what's actually being said, then you put your hand up to beauty, and then you explain the circumstances that you were attacked, yeah, you found yourself having to defend yourself. Initially, yes, you were found guilty. However, on appeal at a crown court, it was proven that the assailants were the assailants who were claiming to be victims.
Yes.
And in fact, they had actually attempted to rob me of £1,200, yeah, and all I did is recover my money. But yet, it was an automatic assumption throughout the court system
that you were aggressive.
I was and as a result, I mean, of this type of oppression that we have to still have to live with today. Myself personally, and I've come across many guys like this as well, and it's not just black guys that have experienced what I'm saying here now as well, yeah, whereby they're treated in such a way within family courts that we're automatically assumed to be the aggressor.
Yes. And do you think, Nicholas, this is just out and out racism, or is there something because I mean, I suppose you can work on out and out racism, but I have my doubts. But you can certainly work on bias, can't you? When someone has an unconscious bias.
I hear you say. Well, let me put it to you this way. numerous different professionals, social work, etc. People that weren't working directly with me during my case at the time, they actually warned me, and they said to me, you need to be careful what you say or how you express yourself, because they'll use specific type of wording or phrases which work specifically work to remove fathers, and these phrases and these types of words work specifically well when dealing with men of ethnic backgrounds, especially black men. And that's exactly what they've done. I've not seen my two sons for 5 years. Right? I used to take my children, I used to wake them up in the morning, make their breakfast, take them to school, pick them up, pick them up from school. If you go to FatherlessBritain.uk, go to the page.
I'll have a look, I will. And can I ask, is their mother white or black?
No, the mother's black. The mother's black.
So no discrimination against her in this setting that you're describing?
I'm black. My father was he's passed now. Today is the anniversary of his death. He passed away in 2016. Yeah. My father was from Barbados. My mother's still with us. She was from Guyana.
And why haven't you seen your children? What's getting in the way legally?
Basically, what has actually happened, this is why the judge actually threatened to lock me up if I published anything to do with my case. So basically what was happening, first of all, my wife was basically making up lies because she needed to get rehoused, and it was the only way. She'd been the abuser. She realised that it all, shall we say, come on top, and I wasn't going to put up with it anymore. So she needed to find a way of getting herself rehoused. Yeah. When you look at the social housing register, there's only two ways that an individual can actually get on the register each time, and that being one of having domestic abuse, and the second, having children in tow, so to speak. Yeah? So what she did, she basically turned it all around. All the abuses that she was committing towards me, whether it be mental, I'm not going to go to speak over that, but all of the abuses that she was putting on me, she actually turned it round as if it was her that was the one that was being abused.
Yeah, and you're describing a double discrimination there in a sense, because if there's the racial element and those advisors telling you to use particular language, but many fathers have had similar experiences in the court, haven't they? And that seems to be a sex advantage for some fathers, not all, obviously. Thank you, Nicholas, for your call, and I will have a look at Fatherless Britain. Thanks for pointing me in the direction of it, Nicholas.
Set an example for the children to follow, make a better tomorrow. If you want to save the world, you gotta save the children. Set an example for the children to follow, make a better tomorrow. Yes. Until the children know